Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss a way through which we can fix the email address that has some typos or typing mistakes. I'm sure you might also have encountered these situations in your data that where we have some email addresses with wrongly spelled email domain, right? So in that situation, how we can do fix all those email without much manual effort using Claude AI application. Okay, so in this session mainly we will be focusing on how to fix email addresses that contains inconsistent domain information, and here we will be using the Claude AI to find out those suspicious email. Okay, but before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for timing we are just mainly focusing on how to use Claude AI web version in order to fix the email addresses. But prior to that, we have already discussed few more important things related to that series. Okay, and to make the things easier for you, I have already attached the Sharmit digital course book in the description box. There you will find more than 3,500 plus sessions available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can consume the content, and if you have any queries or questions, you can reach out to me through comment section. Okay, alright, so let's get started. Now before we move further, just one more thing I want to tell you, that here we have two approaches to use Claude AI. One is using paid version that you can directly integrate in your Excel, but I am assuming that some of you might not have, or maybe all of us not have the paid version. That is why I'm telling you the way through which we can utilize the free web interface version of Claude AI to and that tool will help us to fix our data, okay, without paying anything. So I'll provide you the prompt that will work with both, whether it is a paid version or a free version. So you can just customize it according to your need. Okay, so let's try to understand the requirement first. So to clear the requirement, you can see here I have noted down some sample record where we have 10 email addresses list down. Okay, now in this in these 10 records we have email domain, and you will find there are some issues with the email domain name spellings, right? So here you can see Gmail is written perfectly, but in second record Gmail spelling is wrong, it's GMIAL, right? Likewise for Yahoo, you can see here Yahoo is written with 2O, but here it is written with 3O, right? Same goes with Hotmail. Gmail, here you can see L is missing. So this kind of data we have. Suppose just assume we have provided one form to user, and user has entered these emails, but we know that there are some wrong data in the email addresses, spelling mistakes are there, right? So how to clean that data? So to clean that data, we will use one prompt with Claude AI, and it will make the fix, and also it will let us know what all emails are mentioned wrong. Okay, fine. Now to perform this, I'll show you one prompt which I have noted on my next steps. I'll show you. So this is my next step. Here you can see I have written one detailed prompt. Don't get confused. Sometimes people just provide the data and ask to fix that email, right? Although it will work, but it will not guarantee you 99 or 98% of output correction, because even if you provide a detailed prompt, there are still chances of wrong data. But if you are providing the prompt in detailed way, chances will reduce magnificently. Okay, so that is why always go with detailed prompt. Now how to write detailed prompt, that I'll show you now. So in prompt, firstly, and if you don't know what is prompt, prompts are just an instruction that we are giving to the AI model, whether it's a Chat GPT, Claude AI, Gemini, Grok, anything. So whatever model you are using, it will just accept one prompt from you, and then it will use it. Okay, so I think this part is clear. So now I'll tell you how to write a good prompt. First thing is, just assign one role to the model. So here I'm saying act as a Microsoft Excel expert and perform the following task. So firstly I assign the role so that it act as a Microsoft Excel expert and then it performs the task. After that I have specified few things like what I have and what I want. Okay, so I will write like this. I have a list of email addresses in Excel. Flag each email as a valid or suspicious based on the domain spelling. Okay, so I just provided two information here. One is that I have a data where I have stored some addresses in Excel. Second thing is I asked my task is flag each email as valid or maybe suspicious based on the domain spelling issues. So this is my prompt, but along with this prompt we should also assign some rules. What kind of rules? Let's see. So my first rule is check domain name for common typos, like these are the example of typos that it might have. Okay, then second rule is mark correct domain emails as valid. Okay, third rule is mark typo or misspelled domain emails such as suspicious. Fourth point says also mention the correct domain name next to the suspicious email in brackets. Okay, and then fifth rule is output must be exactly 2 column in order email and status. Okay, so this is what we have provided as our rules. Now as we are using the web version, so it don't know your data, right? So we have to provide the data. So here I'm providing my data, like for which data it has to work. So I just provided data email raw, and whatever data I have in my Excel sheet here, I'll just copy it from here and just provide it in my prompt area. Now after that what we will do, we will mention two very important line. My line number 46 says return only the flagged data. Okay, we have to get we need only flagged data, 1 row per line, values separated by tab, no files, no explanation, no extra output. So why I have specified these things? Because I don't want Claude AI to generate any Excel for that. In case if you want, that is fine. In case if you want to upload your data and you want Claude to fix it and just return the new file, that is also fine. But for now I'll just show you a easiest way or less time taking way, so that you can just copy paste it once it is ready. But in case of paid version, this part is not required. Instead of providing data here, you can just mention the cell number. For example, if I go to my cell, here you can see my first email is at 822 and my last email is at 833. So in case if you want to fix this issue, so you can just mention 822:833. My data is there. Okay, so it will automatically refer the data from there. And also you can specify where you want the flagged information. That we can also mention in terms of cell number. But here we are going to use this prompt on a web interface version. That's why like I'm not mentioning the cell. Instead of that I am providing the actual data so that it refer the data and perform the operation. Okay, I have mentioned no extra output because I don't want Claude to mention some comments or some extra information just to explain me the thing, because I don't want that. I just want my output. That's it. Okay, after that we have mentioned very important note: put the output inside a code block so tabs are preserved when copying. Okay, why we have mentioned this line? Because this line will allow us to directly copy paste in very Excel format. Otherwise what will happen, it will return the text, normal text, and that normal text if you try to copy into Excel, it will be pasted in one single cell. But that is not a right way, right? Because we want data and we want to save our time. So to save the time, we will go with this approach. Okay, we will mention this very important line, that put the output inside a code block. If code output is in code blocks, then it will provide you copy button as well, so directly copy it and save it. Okay, so tabs are preserved copying. Okay, so let's try that. I'll just copy it from here, go to Claude and paste it. Remember one thing, although we have specified the detailed prompt, but still there are chances of error. In fact, with any model, doesn't matter which model you are using, but chances of errors are there, because after all it is not human being, it is a system that is working on your request. So it's our responsibility that whatever it provides as output, we can review it, because reviewing it will be less time consuming as compared to doing it manually. Okay, so if it saves our time by doing it, then we can review it, right? And responsibly we can identify if something is wrong or not. Although it will provide you 90 to 95% correct output, even in fact 98%. Okay, but still we need a review. So let's see how it works. I'll just paste my prompt here and press enter. It is processing my request, and in a seconds it will provide me the output. So you can see it provides me the output. We have email, valid, invalid, and you can see it's in code block. So if I directly copy it, and if I go to my Excel sheet here, let's say if I paste directly here, so you can see it provided me the output. Or maybe we can paste in different columns so that you can compare. So let's paste it here. Okay, so you can see in email it provide me email, and this is suspicious one. It marked it as a suspicious because here spelling is wrong, GMIAL, right? And also it provided us corrected email. Why corrected email? Because we have mentioned in one rule that firstly flag it and then mention the correct domain, so that if later someone needs that information, they can find it here. And those email which are valid, it is showing as it is with a valid mark. Clear? So this is how it works. Now quickly I'll show you one more trick. Let's say now you have identified the data, but now you want that it should be fixed, and I don't need these texts. So now what you can do, you can mention now fix email, fix the email and provide me the correct emails without status. Okay, so because now I want only correct data, I have identified what is wrong, so maybe we can keep it in one separate column, and then we want a correct data. So I'll just run this, and now you can see it provided me the correct data. So I'll just copy it, go to my cell, and here I will paste it. So this is my not here, it should be above here. Okay, so earlier like this was considered as suspicious, but now you can see priya.patel@gmail is valid email. Okay, so I hope this session is clear to all of you. Today we learned how to fix the email address typos with the help of Claude AI. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmit.